Stationarity is a very important concept in the context of time series analysis. It is the primary assumptions for popular time series models like ARIMA and seasonal ARIMA. After watching this video completely, you will have a clear understanding of what is stationarity, how to check if a series is stationary or not, and how to make a series stationary if it is non-stationary, and why do we need to make a series stationary. So let's dive in. A stationary time series is one whose properties does not change with time, and by property it says that the mean, variance and the autocorrelation would be constant with time. In that case, the series is called a stationary series. Now, what is meant by constant mean? If your time series has a trend, like this series has a positive upward trend, that means that the mean is changing with time. Around day 100, the mean sales value is around 400, and around 300th day, the mean sales is around 800. So we can see that the mean is changing over the time. So this series is not stationary. Any series that has trend in it is not stationary. Now the second point is variance. In a stationary series, the variance would be constant with time. In this plot, the variance is increasing with time. The variance increases as we go down the series. So this is also a non-stationary time series. Constant autocorrelation means that the correlation between 2 points depends only on the distance between those 2 points, that is the number of lags between those 2 points. If all these conditions are met, then we will call the series a stationary series. If a series has trend or a seasonality or a time varying seasonality, that means the series is not stationary. And the most of the series in real life, they are non-stationary in nature. How do we check if a series is stationary or not? We can do a visual check like what we are doing till now by visually looking at it and saying that if it has a trend or seasonality, that means it's not stationary. But we need a statistical test that will tell us whether it is stationary or not, because visual test can be confusing at times. That is called Dickey-Fuller test. This is the codes for performing Dickey-Fuller test in Python. We need to import AD-Fuller from stat models. We would pass the series to AD-Fuller function and it returns a p-value. Now this line of code is for printing the results of the AD-Fuller test, that is printing the p-value. If the p-value is lower than 0.05, that implies that the series is stationary. If the p-value is greater than 0.05, like in this case, that means that the series is not stationary. How to make a series stationary? So there can be three situations that makes a series non-stationary. Changing mean, that means that the series has trend. Changing variance and changing autocorrelation, that refers to presence of seasonality. So if we have trend, we differentiate the series to make it stationary. So what is differentiating? I'll show that in Python and Excel with a real example. I have this time series data that has trend. I'm reading the data and doing some pre-processing steps. If you want to know more about time series analysis, you can check my videos on different time series models and the link is given below in the description box. So we can plot the series and see that it has clear trend. We would do a Dickey-Fuller test to see what Dickey-Fuller test says. Import Dickey-Fuller from a stat model and run the function, and we run the function. The p-value is highly greater than 0.05, so the Dickey-Fuller test also confirms that the series is non-stationary, and this is due to the presence of trend. Now we would differentiate the series and save it as a new series, say series 1, by writing series.diff, and we plot. So visually we can conclude that the trend is removed. So it looks stationary now. So we can do a Dickey-Fuller test to confirm whether it is actually stationary or not. The p-value for the different series is much less than 0.05. So the differentiated series is stationary as it has removed the trend. Let's move to situation 2 where we have seasonality. So we read in the data and do the pre-processing and then we plot it. So from the plot we can clearly see that it has seasonality. So due to the presence of seasonality, this is a non-stationary series. Now this is the annual data, and here it has a monthly seasonality. So to confirm that, we would do a ADF test, and we can see that the p-value is much greater than 0.05. So it confirms our visual judgment that it is a non-stationary series. Now if we differentiate it like trend, then we can see that the seasonality is not removed. Here what we have to do is we have to seasonal differentiate the data. So let's understand what is meant by seasonal differentiation. For trend removal, when we were differentiating, we are subtracting the value of the current period by the last period. That means we are saying that yt is equals to yt minus 1. But for seasonal differentiation, we would differentiate by the number of periods of seasonality. Like this is an annual data, so period of seasonality is 12 because there are 12 months in a year. So if we subtract this year's December sales value by the last year's December sales value, then that would be the seasonal differentiation. So we are basically differentiating with a gap of 12. So this December and the last December, January this year, and we subtract the value of last year's January from this year's January value. So that is a seasonal differentiation. So after doing a seasonal differentiation, if we save the seasonally differentiated value in a new series, we can see from the plots that it removes the seasonality to a great extent. The third situation, when we have a time varying variance, that means the variance is increasing over time. In that situation, we take a log of the original series. And we can see here that when we take a log and plot that log series, we see that the time varying variance is normalized.